WVTM 13 News at 10.
The loss of an icon. U.S. Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg passed away Friday from complications with pancreatic cancer. She was 87. Tributes in Washington today paying respect to the late justice. Children drawing images and leaving messages in chalk on the sidewalk near the Supreme Court. Mourners paying their respects with memorials, flowers, posters, words of encouragement, all for the woman who paved the way for futures to come. Justice Ginsburg not only made a lasting impression on American law, she had a lasting impact here in Alabama. WVTM 13's Chip Scarborough spoke with two people whose lives were forever changed by Ginsburg's tireless efforts for justice.
The loss of Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg is really being felt here in Alabama.
It was such an emotional roller coaster when I saw that news scroll across the TV. Because she was such a hero. She had meant so much in my life for so many years.
LILLY LEDBETTER first crossed paths with Justice Ginsburg in 2006 when her lawsuit against Goodyear went before the Supreme Court. LEDBETTER was suing the tire maker because she was paid less than her male counterparts in management.
And she was detailed in the law. She wanted to make sure that the law was correct and it was adhered to, and people got justice as we should.
The court ruled against LEDBETTER in a 5-4 vote, but it's Ginsburg's lasting support that will always stand out.
It was not a guesswork on what she meant. She said these people, referring to those 5 justices that ruled against my case, they do not understand what it's like in the real world, or they're just indifferent to it.
And Justice Ginsburg also worked closely with Birmingham attorney Charles Greer at one time for a nonprofit handling gender discrimination cases.
I thought it, ironic that she died on Rosh Hashanah, a period of both happiness and grief, because her life gave me great happiness and should have given many men and women in this country great happiness. But we grieve her loss.
Greer says whoever is chosen to replace Justice Ginsburg will have quite a legacy to live up to.
Her commitment to follow the law, to be fair to all, and to make certain that the promise that is included in our founding documents but never met at the time can truly be met in the future.
Ruth Bader Ginsburg dedicated to justice for all until her dying day. In Birmingham, Chip Scarborough, WVTM 13.
The Lilly Ledbetter Fair Pay Act was signed into law in 2009 by President Barack Obama, reversing the Supreme Court's earlier decision. More tributes to the late Supreme Court Justice. Time magazine releasing a new cover honoring Justice Ginsburg. This is one of multiple special covers the magazine will use to present the 2020 Time 100 list of the world's most influential people. The magazine will include a special tribute to Ginsburg, who was featured on the list in 2015. It'll be available on newsstands September 25th. The loss of Justice Ginsburg prompting a new political debate. Who will replace her and when? For President Trump, Supreme Court nominations are legacy-making events, and he wants to be the one to make that decision. The White House confirming that, saying, quote, "They're going to move in Trump time." But Democrats are pushing back, knowing a Trump nominee would give conservatives a more dominant 6-3 majority. On a call Saturday to talk strategy, a source says Senator Chuck Schumer told Senate Democrats nothing is off the table if Republicans move forward. Well, President Trump says he wants to name the next U.S. Supreme Court justice as early as next week.
Well, we'll see what happens. We'll be talking to people soon. We have great respect for the process. This has happened numerous times, and every time there was a nominee, as you know. There's been many occasions where, frankly, it turned out to be during a presidential year. I think I heard 28, but whatever it may be. But in all cases, they went forward.
Democratic presidential nominee Joe Biden stressed that voters should pick the next president, then the president should pick the nominee. The statement was made while commenting on the passing of Ruth Bader Ginsburg on Friday.
That's the position the United States Senate must take today, and the election is only 46 days off. I think the fastest justice ever confirmed was 47 days, and the average is closer to 70 days. And so we should do this with full consideration, and that is my hope and expectation what will happen.
That's the same position Senator Lindsey Graham took in 2016 and again in 2018. In 2016, the senator said he wanted his words used against him in regards to a SCOTUS vacancy opening at the end of a president's term, saying if that happens, the next president should make the nomination. In 2018, Senator Graham reiterated that message. But today, the senator shared on Twitter that he'll support the president in any effort to move forward regarding the recent vacancy. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell singing the same tune as Senator Graham in 2016. Then the senator said the American people should have a say in the court's direction because the next justice could fundamentally alter the direction of the Supreme Court. But in a statement on Justice Ginsburg's passing Friday, Senator McConnell said President Trump's nominee will get a vote on the Senate floor. So, who is President Trump considering to fill Justice Ginsburg's seat? While the candidate is unclear, the polls have narrowed. The president confirmed tonight the nominee will be a woman. Trump previously named more than 40 people as potential Supreme Court nominees. A familiar name on that list, Alabama native William Pryor. Pryor is a judge on the U.S. Court of Appeals in Atlanta, but was once the Attorney General here in Alabama. He held that seat for 7 years, from 1997 to 2004. You can find more stories about Justice Ginsburg on the WVTM 13 app. Turn on notifications so you don't miss when the president announces his SCOTUS nomination.